Good morning, fellow peeps and folks. I'm Allie, and today Rooster Teeth knows how to make me even more worried and make me scared. Because we are watching RWBY Volume 8, Episode 14, which is the finale of Volume 8. And it's called The Final Word, which already says, oh shit. The description is, sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall. Which, kind of makes me think of people jumping in after Yang. Just thinking. And after that, there's two more things. First of all, there's a content warning right in the beginning. I saw a little flash of it. There's a content warning about mentions of death, generally, just. So if you're not comfortable with that, you probably don't even watch this video, so, but just as a warning. We had death in RWBY before. We didn't get a warning. But I guess it's kind of different now. I can imagine that they might talk about Yang falling and about all that. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. And yeah, there's also a suicide hotline in the description for everyone who thinks about suicide, who is worried about someone in their lives. Yeah, not anything that makes me worry less, because, yeah, what I'm thinking is probably someone's gonna jump in after Yang, which would probably be Blake in that regard. Not knowing if it's death or not, and not caring if it's death or not. I might... Yeah, that's what I think might happen. It could also happen differently. Yeah. That's great. I'm worried for characters now. Like, the thing is, on the one hand, I'm like, okay, maybe they're just doing this because of Yang falling and all that. On the other hand, I'm like, shit, someone might actually die, too. Of the characters. So, yeah. I'm not wearing my RWBY shirt today because it's not a RWBY shirt, it's a Yang shirt, and Yang fell, so, what does it matter? But yeah. People falling is gonna happen, because that's the line that comes when people fall in the intro. So yeah, a friend of mine was like, maybe Yang's the only one to fall and then Raven kind of gets her out of there. I hope not, because I hope that at least Team RWBY is gonna be there, and that this is some kind of other world, other dimension thingy going on next volume, because this would be really interesting. But yeah. I hope you don't hear anything from the other room, because my two little cousin girls are there, and technically I have to babysit them the whole week. But my brother was kind enough to let me have this time for the finale. So yeah, I guess we will jump in, right? So I have learned that stalling usually doesn't make things better. You only worry more, except if you talk yourself down from a hype or something. But I don't think I'm on a hype right now. I'm just worried. Because there has to be some pretty explicit thing with death and maybe also suicide, because else they probably wouldn't put the content warning. As for me, I'm okay with that, but if you're not, again, you probably don't watch this video. But yeah, just giving you a heads up again. I don't want to be the mean girl who tells everyone to watch it and then, you know, get worse mental health through that. I don't want to be the cause of that. I don't want to be the cause of anything bad. Yeah. I'm stalling again, even though I know it's not great to do it. But yeah, procrastination, isn't it? This episode is longer than the others. It's 23 minutes and 17 seconds, but we know that we have a longer credits scene because there is gonna be a song. And I have seen that Sirs and Madams Entertainment have already put up the song. I didn't listen to it. Of course not. Why would I? I want to listen to it in this episode. But yeah, just... I know that it's up. And... yeah. Speaking of other people and other reactors, there's going to be probably a Reactors Roundtable again. Like last year. There's going to be a few people, like Geek House is probably going to be there again. I don't know if both of them or just Avalon or just Everly, but yeah, then Sirs and Madams is probably going to be there in some capacity, maybe only Bruce or Cheryl or whoever, because Cheryl is now actually caught up, you know. And of course, David from Story Fandom is going to be there. I don't know if I'm going to be there yet. I'm not going to stream it though, because I have a D&D session like right before that, and maybe I'm going to show up, maybe I'm not going to. But it's going to be Saturday, 6:30 p.m. CST, if I remember correctly. So if you want to watch people just talk about the volume and what they expect for next volume, that's where to go. But yeah, let us now jump into... Wow, I didn't even prepare that one. Alright, now, let's jump into RWBY Volume 8, Episode 14, The Last Word. Me thinking about famous last words now, the song. Fun! In 3, 2, 1, and go. There's the content warming. Warming. Very warming. I don't even know. Themes of death, yeah. So, let's go through this intro song one last time, shall we? We said goodbye to all the things we loved. Gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. We left in faith, left a solitude, our carefree peace. What we thought would change the world was just a childish dream. We failed to stop our own demise, the tragic ends before our eyes. Hope has no place here. Maybe the path that leads away home will finally clear. Maybe the end we tried to avoid is already here. Some roses will never bloom. Some dreams will rot on the vine. Some lives will end much too soon. Some evil will never ever die. Some wars will not end in peace. Some heroes choose the wrong side. Sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall and fight for every life. So, let's go. I don't know what to think. The whale is still decomposing. Alright. This is ominous. I mean, we know what it is, but that fight is still happening. Yeah, sure.
Winter, do not blame me. I have sacrificed everything.
Of course.
No. You have sacrificed everyone else. You closed the borders. You squeezed Mantle until it broke.
I have only done what's best for Remnant, and no one is grateful.
You've done what you think is best for Remnant. Alright, back to this. We're going to pretty much visit every fight, I guess. I mean, of course, it's the finale. Thank you, Weiss.
Priority 1.
Weiss, all she's ever wanted is the maiden power. I can buy you all time.
Penny.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not give her the maiden power.
I'm right here. I'm what you want.
I want it all.
I want it all. Thank you, Blake. For getting me out of my head with my song stuck in the head. Alright, so Blake decided to help them.
You're making a mistake, Harriet! What happened to Clover?
Shut up already!
Wow. Alright, just dropping the bomb.
Get out of the way!
He's not going to. Vine and Elm both there.
Don't do this! They're still evacuating in Mantle! Why can't you just let me do my job? Because you're our friend! And we won't let you go through with this!
Yeah, a friend.
No!
Even though they said they just work together. Alright. Well, that was lucky. Oh gosh. Of course, because Watts has control. Yeah, and seeing Neo fight again with her, you know, her unique style, honestly.
Come on. We have to do this for Yang.
Not great. Okay, her aura is gone. It's not looking good. And she doesn't have her weapon anymore?
The autopilot's locked!
So I guess that's happening.
Go!
At least Yang is gonna have a scythe with her.
I've killed us all. I'm sorry.
Vine, are you gonna sacrifice yourself?
You can't!
He is.
I can. If it means saving all of my friends.
He is. Yeah, we're not losing Crow this time. Wow, fine. Didn't think you would do such a thing right now. That is actually pretty great. Alright. Rip Vine.
Whatever you wanted,
I'm not tearing up yet,
I
but
hope it was worth it.
Alright. Yeah, without her scythe she cannot propel herself too much. She can only use her semblance now.
You should have never threatened me.
Wow.
And you should have never been born.
Alright! So that's how it's gonna go. So Neo's gonna be down there. And those two, too.
No!
I mean, there's no way they're dead now. But they think it.
Meg, Joanna, any huntsman that went through that gate, bring him here.
No. They can't. Okay, Nora's gonna be in
The
vacuum.
last one standing, letting all her friends die first.
You wouldn't know anything about friends.
No. But Penny would. And now Jean is getting into the fight. Let's see how you've grown, Jean.
She's back.
Salem's back. That music! Yeah, she's trying to take the power. Is she gonna get it? Did she get it?
Just hold on. My semblance.
No. There's not enough time to heal me. She can't get the staff and the power. But there is something you can do.
What?
No, I don't know where the others are, but why still give us time?
Let me choose this one thing.
Really?
Trust me.
I'm sorry I'm not saying anything, but... He really just did that.
Salutations! You made it!
Where?
What?
What is this?
I thought of you, and here we are.
So,
Penny.
Winter
Seemed
is...
fitting that it should be you. It was your power, after all.
Winter is gonna get the Winter Maiden powers and gonna be
You were
able
always the
to
real
defeat
Maiden.
Ironwood.
I was just a machine. Just following orders.
You were my friend.
Wow. Penny just gotta be a real girl, and now she's...
For trusting me with this. When you're gone,
I won't be gone. I'll be part of you.
Yeah, because that's how
good.
powers are transferred, I guess. Now it's for good. Nope, now it's for good that Penny's gone. Wow.
So, the destiny I chose for you has arrived.
You chose nothing. This was a gift.
It looks epic. Wow, that was quick. I guess that's it for Ironwood too. Sword is broken.
Where did it go?
Yeah. That is Winter's theme, with the Maiden Power theme, kind of. Wow. And another maiden fight. How will this go? I don't even know what to say anymore. Things have happened. Fire and ice. Okay, that was good, John. And Weiss is falling too. Yeah, I knew that would happen, but it's just even more character development for Winter, I guess. Yeah, that must be hard. She's just lost one of her best friends, Penny, and her sister, technically.
We need to go.
I guess that's Salem.
Now.
Yeah.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
And they're going through the... Alright, so she has the relic, but she doesn't have the powers. But technically she doesn't need the powers anymore if she has the relic, right? Even though she wants it. She wants the powers. Oh gosh. And she cannot go back. So, Jean, are you gonna fall with? Wow. Okay, so... We've got our team? I guess? Yeah, and now they can't even go back. And they have to still fight the Grimm. That is still happening. What the fuck? Yeah. Winter's there now. She can help. Yeah. She thinks Weiss is dead. They all think the others are dead. Yeah, that's what you can do, Winter. So, where are we gonna go now? Are we gonna see the others? No! Ironwood's still alive. Probably not for long if Cinder's there. And, you know, Salem.
I failed you again, Master. They used the staff to save thousands. Before our allies fell, Neapolitan killed Ruby. And before Ruby and her teammates fell, they used the lamp's final question. I couldn't stop them. I couldn't even.
The lamp's final question is what you used.
Relics in jeopardy. I'm sorry.
Wow. Her saying sorry. Even though she lied, you know.
In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. You've done well, Cinder. Our work here is done.
Of course. You're in her good graces again, Cinder.
You said they used the staff.
Which
I
means
assume
we're
the
falling.
World of their creation. What did you create in its stead?
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
Wow. Wow.
And that's checkmate.
I mean, we knew that she would never, you know, actually trust her allies. Atlas fell now. And I guess Ironwood is dead now. Yeah. Oh. I didn't even think about how bad it has to be for Crow because he has no idea. He has no idea about the plan, really? I mean, except if Winter knew something beforehand, told it to Marrow, and Marrow no told it to them. But still. Wow. Atlas has fallen.
Darkness like midnight, moonless, there's no light, another lonely day is ending, searching forever, waiting, but never finding the only thing I dream of.
Alright. I'm just listening now.
The warmth of a smile that stays for a while. The face of a friend that won't leave.
It's a very somber, but still kind of hopeful.
I heard a song once, it posed this point of view that wishes made on stars.
Why does this remind me of Indomitable?
Come true. So here's my secret.
But also kind of Disney song-esque.
I searched the sky and hoped to find a star who'd send a light to me. The one thing I need, just one kind soul with a heart of gold. Then my dreams became real and I finally feel not alone.
It's picking up.
Make you feel this warm.
Oh my gosh.
Came true the day that you appeared and called me friend.
I guess that's a Penny song. I have something to say about this. I hope I remember. Wow.
I'm so excited. We'll do so many friendship things. Paint our nails, try and girls, talk about cute boys. Attached but not by strings. Got problems. Well, then I've got problems too. You'll never face this world alone. I'll be right here. It's you and me. Protectors of each other's what we'll be. You saw my soul through the nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts.
Trust, help me see I'm not just a machine.
Not just a machine, yeah.
Is this what all the feels means?
Wow, it's a great song, and it's kind of it's warm and happy and fuzzy, but thinking about what happened, like in the context, it's making me sad. Just so sad. Wow. This video is gonna be a really long one. I can already sense it. For every life, so that's the title. The sky is falling, yeah. The truth, awake, treasure, be strong and hit stuff, and friend. Only 7 songs. This is on the kind of low of the spectrum. I mean, yeah, 7 has been, I think. 7, 8, and 9 are like the... It was worth it to know you. I love that they have the additional security, like pets. A girl who finally felt alive. Alright. A beach? The scythe? Yeah. That looks interesting. And it's a huge tree. Oh, right. So that's the only glimpse we get. Whew. So, that is what happened. Isn't it? Isn't it, my friends? Now I'm thinking, what was the final word again? Like, do they mean the final word of the song? Or... I mean, Cinder's last word was checkmate, which would make sense. And the last word of the song was alive. It could be both. But yeah, before we get to that... Okay, I was thinking maybe it would only be like one instance, one person who decides to, you know, end it. In that regard, it was multiple. And all of them kind of in a way, I mean, we had a lot of casualties. Like named character casualties this volume. I think more than we've ever had. I think. I'm not really sure about it, but I think. I mean, we did have Hazel beforehand, which was a named character casualty. But I think we've had even more, like, just... Okay, let me go from the very beginning. We had the fights. Great. We, as a viewer, we know Yang isn't dead, because they wouldn't pull something like that. Just let her fall and be dead. Of course. And we had the whole implication of, you know, Volume 9 is going to be different, and the whole falling in the intro thing. But the characters don't know that. The characters had the warning, don't fall. Do not fall. So, of course they assume it's death. And that is what makes this interesting. from a writing standpoint. I know it's bad for just as people, but it's great for character development. I'm probably gonna sound so cold about it. But just think about it. Characters who lose someone or think they've lost someone develop. They learn how to grieve, how to live without a person. We did have the whole Nora Wren thing going on with Nora trying to find out. Weirdly enough, the death flags didn't come true with those two, and they are actually together in Vacchio, so we're not going to have them having to... Well, I'm going to talk about what characters are going to have the most interesting journeys, I think, later, because just based on the constellations, you know? So, yeah, we had the whole scene with the Aesops and Crow, and Robin still steering the ship, I presume. Harriet's breaking down. And, well, a little bit of luck was there, and still the bomb is gonna kaboo. And we've had the first sacrifice. The first person actually saying, hey, I'm doing this to save people. They didn't know how far the evacuation went. They didn't know how many people were still down there. So Vine made the one decision he could make and said, hey, I'm going to give my life and make sure nobody else loses theirs. That's the least I can do. And I think this is powerful. Of course, probably some people could have said, hey, Harriet should have done that to actually redeem herself from what she thought. I don't think so. I don't know if people say that. I'm just trying to guess what some people might say. But Harriet is now one of the people who has character growth potential. But like I said, I'm going to talk about that later. First of all, yeah, bomb exploded. RIP Vine, you did great. You were never one of my favorite Aesopes because you didn't really stand out. But this sacrifice earned you a respectable spot. So, yeah. Then we got the Neo fight. Let's just go with the Neo stuff. We have RWBY fighting against her, then Voice coming in there. Kind of. And it's, well, one thing that I found, well, not really surprising, it's not. Of course, Cinder would take the relic and just say, bye-bye, Neo. Because that's how it is. That's just how it is. Yeah. So Neo's falling. And RWBY and Blake, too. I mean, RWBY was about to fall. She didn't have her scythe. If she had her scythe, she could obviously use it to propel herself upwards again. Blake wanted to help because, she was like, I couldn't help Yang. I'm gonna help her little sister, my friend RWBY, because that's what I need to do. And it didn't work because, wow, another, weapons are breaking? So, technically, Blake's weapon is not really usable anymore because it was cut through. But yeah, that's how RWBY and Blake follow Yang. Which leaves, on the surface, Weiss, Penny, and John. I could say Nora, but Nora is following the others to evacuate. It's not really... She doesn't really have... she was about to get help, but obviously the others didn't know that it was only one way. So it makes sense. But yeah... Cinder tried to get the maiden powers. I was like, oh my god, did she get it? Did she? But she didn't. And the scene that followed, that's the one that made me cry the hardest. And I'm already tearing up. What I said during the credits that I have something to say about this. If you remember, last volume, volume 7, I said, hey, they pulled an endgame on us. They didn't have a post-credit scene. This one pulled an emotional endgame on me. Because this was the movie where I sat in the theater, I teared up. Then everything was okay for a while. I was kind of getting to myself, and my tears dried, and my eyes were actually able to see the screen again. And then I teared up again. And then they dried again. And then I tore up again. Yay! And that's kind of what happened here. It's kind of this, like, it happened a little with Vine, then it went okay again. Then the whole Penny stuff happened. And it went okay again at some point, but not really, because then I saw Winter just losing it, and it's... ouch. Yeah, that's how it is, right? But yeah, that scene with Penny and Jean is just heartbreaking. If you think about it, like, especially Jean. I mean, he lost Pyrrha. They thought they had all lost Penny through the whole thing with Pyrrha and all that. It's very close to him, just emotionally. And with the family heirloom sword, basically, with the sword that has something of Pyrrha, the gold of her crown and all that. It's... And Penny, obviously the main reason why they put in the content warnings of mention of death and the themes and all that. Because Penny begged Jean to kill her. And that just makes it even harder. Like, sacrificing yourself on your own is a different thing than sacrificing yourself in a way that forces others to kill you. I'm trying to think of an example, but honestly most examples would be spoilery, because, you know, character deaths are usually spoilery. But yeah, that hurt so much. Like, it hurt, first of all, to lose Penny again. And it hurt to see Jean like that. Like, having Jean do that. Ouch. His sword broke after that. I mean, I think he's kind of happy about it, that the sword broke. I don't know how he would feel about it, honestly, but a theory of mine is that he probably wouldn't have wanted to fight with the same sword that killed a friend of his, even though it was for the best. Yeah, that's the Jean part of it. And the Penny part is just even worse. She was finally a real girl. Finally. And I'm tearing up again, because that's what I do. She was a real girl. And that's how her story ends. She, for a little while, had actually gotten her wish, basically. And now she gave away her power to Winter, because why else, you know? Why wouldn't Winter be the Winter Maiden? Like, I was always opposed to the idea of Winter becoming the Winter Maiden after Penny got the power, because I was like, no, because Penny needs to die if Winter gets the power, and then it happened, and I'm just... I'm sorry. I'm a mess. I'm a real mess right now. That was a beautiful scene, for starters. The way she was, like, happy to see Winter and be like, hey, yeah, you're my friend. I'm giving you the power because you deserve it. And wow. Just... So Winter got the Winter Maiden power from Penny, and Penny's gone for good. Oh gosh, how will Pietro react to that? His little daughter. Oh gosh. I mean, I guess he will be happy to hear that she had a few moments as a real girl. I guess that's a consolation. But yeah, the thing is, it's a fitting end, if you think about it. She has basically fulfilled the story she's based off on. So, and yeah, we first of all, in Volume 3, we had her being torn apart. That was a shocking death. And then we got her back, and now there's like the calmer, the more wholesome death. The death where she actually got to basically kind of say goodbye to someone. Even though, of course, she will always be a part of Winter. Wow. Penny's and Winter's friendship was like one of the best things of the Atlas arc. And seeing it like that, seeing it conclude in this way, wow. Maybe I should take a few minutes to calm myself, but honestly, I'm just gonna get through this. Yeah, Winter just defeating Ironwood. He's not dead yet, but then we have the whole maiden fight again. Weiss falling and really just destroying Winter. And Winter getting to Vacuo, while Jean doesn't make it. Because, of course, the moment that Cinder uses the staff to do something else, obviously the whole thing disappears. Which makes sense, you know? He doesn't make it. Winter's helping the others in Vacuo, which is great because she can save many lives like that. And just her seeing her family and the tears in her eyes because she's like, Weiss is dead. Oh gosh, that conversation will be so painful. Like, the family isn't really, you know, it wasn't the best family, but technically, you know, both, like, Jacques is dead. It will still hurt them in a way, even though he was a pretty shitty father, but it's not gonna just pass them by without any traces, because that's not how it works. And then Weiss, they have no idea what happened to her. They think she's dead. They think the whole team is dead. And John. And Neo, if you think about it. But, you know? Then we have the whole scene, Cinder talking to Salem, getting in her good graces again by betraying everyone else. I mean, she was the reason why Neo fell in the first place. And she added some flames, so Watts is gone too, I guess. I mean, he's trapped there within the flames. And Ironwood is there too, so my guess is when Atlas falls, both of them are dead. Yeah. So this is also a death count, you know, just... Then we have Atlas falling and the water. It took me a minute, but then I was like, Atlas, Atlantis, water, the sunken city. It works. It just works. First I was like Sokovia, because city falling, but no, it's... we're not going Marvel here, we're actually just, you know, we have Atlantis now, basically. And that's where we go into the credits, and the song just... Okay, the only thing I knew about the song before was, okay, two things. I knew that it was called Friend, but I didn't really know, what it would be about exactly. And a comment of that some people say that it was a tone shift. I mean, yeah, but it works because it's a Penny song, first of all. It's a Penny song, and Penny sacrificed herself. She finally got her wish for a few moments, basically, and she gave it all up for her friends. And so, like, tonal shift, okay, but the theme is there. It's been there for the whole episode. It's been there with the Aesops. Like, because you're my friend. They had all the talk about, hey, we're just business partners, basically. We're only working together. We're not friends. Of course you are. This whole thing. Then the whole Penny Winter scene, of course. Like, the theme has been there. It's not a theme shift. And I like that it's a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more, like, wholesome. It is wholesome, because we haven't had a Penny song. We didn't. We didn't get a Penny song at all. And I'm happy they gave us one right now. Because, yeah. I think we needed one. Just a wholesome song about friends. And I'm tearing up again. It's happening again. Yay. And then we got the last scene of the scythe and the beach, which, is just the way to say, yeah, that's where they landed. Somewhere. I mean, they kind of fell probably in different places, but that's where they're gonna be. And it's a very interesting island. Or whatever it is. It's a beach. I don't know if it's an island, actually. It seems very jungly. Then there's the cliff and this huge tree. So what I'm thinking is probably based on the world tree. Because, why wouldn't we get into Northern mythology a little bit more, Even though Nora's not there. Which, makes it sad because if we go into Northern mythology, why wouldn't we have Nora, But yeah, that's the place we will see next volume, I guess. The crew said, like, Crewbie said, Volume 9 would be different. And that was my prediction from, like, 2 episodes ago? 2 or 3? I don't know. That this would be how it ends. And it is. So we got the song title. It's For Every Life is the actual title, not Happy Never Again. But, I mean, I just called it that because it's the only words in the intro, and it fit, so... But For Every Life is the official title now. The Sky is Falling, definitely, the song about... wow. The song when we had the whole hound chasing scene. The Truth has to be the Cinder song. The one we saw in the Midnight episode. Because Awake is obviously, the song that was by OK Goodnight, which hasn't actually been written for... Like, okay, that's what I said, like, okay, we have 7 songs, which is okay. We've had 7 songs before, I think. But Awake is not a specifically written song. Technically, we only have 6. And that is, I think, I don't think we had 6 songs before. It did feel less than usual. And this now just confirms it. Okay, so The Truth was the Cinder song. Awake was also during the fight there. then Treasure has to be the more like slow going, the reunion song basically, because Be Strong and Hit Stuff is the song we had in the fight against Ironwood, and Friend, yeah, is that last song. Alright, so let me get to which characters have the most potential for character development because of what happened. So if we go chronologically, well, no, let's not go chronologically. We got Team RWBY, Jean, and Neo down there in that other world. So that's the crew now. I'm very curious what will happen with Neo and how they're gonna do that. Because, yeah, that has potential. Because Neo just, well, basically got betrayed again. I think she might still have some sort of, like, revenge wish against RWBY, but I think the revenge wish against Cinder is gonna be bigger. I could imagine that they fight again, but I could also imagine that they are forced to work together, and that Neo is kind of, alright, the first priority is to get out of here, and all that. So that's a potential thing. Team RWBY itself, like, Blake and Yang are gonna have a reunion because Blake thought Yang was dead. Everyone thought Yang was dead. Like, she's gonna have a reunion with everyone. Everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, we survived. Yang survived too, probably. Which is gonna be a very happy meetup for the whole team and all that. Now for the negative stuff for Team RWBY. Jean coming there means they are going to know about Penny. Because, you know, they're going to know about Penny's death. Technically, Weiss also knows, I think. If she actually looked there. If she... Well, she did see Winter with the maiden powers, right? So Weiss knows also. Okay. So they do know about Penny then. About her sacrifice, and about Winter being the Winter Maiden now. And about Cinder having both relics. So that's what they know about what happened. Yeah. Thanks to Jean, we know, like, they know that Winter made it through, and all the others that made it through, because Jean was there until the very end. He knows who made it through the gate. So that's gonna be good. But yeah, the Penny stuff is gonna destroy them. Especially RWBY, since, you know, they had to already go through Penny dying one time. But, depending on the, like, how it was executed and all that, and the whole powers thing, they know it's forever now. It's for good. And, I'm really curious to see how they will deal with it. While still being in a world that they don't know. 'Cause I'm trapped in a world that isn't home. Wow, it's a song that I wrote for my characters in my novels. And it works now. But yeah. Wow. And also the other parts. Those burning eyes sent me away. But yeah, I'm talking too much. But I said it's gonna be a long video. Because we haven't even touched on... Yeah, okay, we have a little bit about the whole John stuff, how he's gonna deal with it, because the Penny death is gonna affect him one of the most. Like, it's gonna affect Winter because it's the whole, you know, Winter Maiden power stuff. It's gonna affect RWBY a lot and also the other members of Team RWBY. But it's also gonna affect John a lot. Because he had to do it. And his growth having to do with the whole Pyrrha death thing. About accepting that she's gone, accepting that it was her choice. It all led to this, kind of, for his character. Being like, alright, yeah, she made her choice, I had to help. It was the right thing to do, even though it hurts. And I'm very curious to see how they go with that. Moving on to other characters. Winter is going to be broken. She has power now, but mentally it's going to hurt a lot. She thinks Weiss is dead. Penny is dead. The whole talk with the family is going to be great. Just to see how they deal with it. Ren and Nora are going to have to deal with Jean not being there. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to have to deal with the others too. But Jean is their teammate. And they already lost one teammate in Pyrrha back then. So that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, Oscar is going to go through this very hard too, just because he seems like a person who, yeah, it's maybe it's going to just accelerate the whole like the merging. But yeah. Anything else? I mean, yeah, Emerald's kind of with them in Bacchio. I think there's potential for her to, you know, be part of the team and all that. What would be the name for the team of Oscar, Ren, Nora, and Emerald? Because that's kind of how it is right now. Yeah. It's gonna be the most interesting things, I think, next volume are going to be, of course, the other world, but also just dealing with loss. I think that's going to be a big part, because yes, we did the dealing with loss thing in volume 4 with Pyrrha and a little Penny, but it's different now. It's more. I mean, yeah, they've been in war for a while now, but losing so many people at once. I haven't even talked about Crow yet. Oh my gosh. I mean, the whole Aesop's thing happened. Yeah, Vine sacrificed herself. Wow, I'm weird right now. Vine sacrificed himself, and so it will be hard on Harriet, Marrow, and Elm, of course. But Crow, his face when he was like, Ruby, shit. I guess, like, his nieces just, you know, Ruby and Yang, and probably all the others too, because, you know, he's kind of like, he was like the group father there for a while, because he was the oldest one. But, you know, just it's gonna be hard on him too, especially because he has lost a few people already, and he has always been kind of in a upwards downwards motion, and that will bring him downwards again. That's just how it is. And I hope that the others help him through that. Like Robin helped him a little bit through the whole Clover thing. I hope that it will... Yeah, but there's going to be consequences to this. Crow is not gonna get out of there just like that. But yeah, like I said, dealing with loss is gonna be probably a very big part of it, of Volume 9, and I'm here for it. honestly, that's what I write about all the time. I mean, just for everyone who knows my characters and what they go through, what trauma they have to endure. I'm a big fan of character growth through loss, because yeah, obviously in real life you don't want that. You don't want people to lose other people that are dear to them. But it changes people, and if it's just characters, you know, fictional characters on a screen, you get to explore that. You get to explore how they would react, how they change, and I'm all here for it. So honestly, this volume has been great. The writing was on point for most of it. I don't know if I would say all of it, because I don't really have it all fresh in mind right now, but the writing was great. So props to the writers. The animation was awesome too. So props on the animators. Props to everyone working on this, because, you know, last volume 7, I was like, I don't know which is better, 6 or 7. I think 8 is better. I enjoyed volume 8 a great deal. And I think it's a lot because of the themes that they kind of put in there. It was kind of right down my alley. So yeah. I guess that's it, and I've talked for a long time, but honestly, it's worth it. If I knew that RWBY the show would come so far in the next few volumes, you know, I binge watched volumes 1 through 5 on my own, and then I started reactions, and I was a fan, but of course volumes 4 and 5 were not the best of the bunch, of course. A lot of people are gonna say that. But I still stuck through it, and I still liked it. I still liked the characters a lot. If someone had told me it would be this good by volume 8, like to have such a great streak, like 6, 7, and 8 are such a good streak of volumes, I would have probably thought they were crazy. I thought it was a decent show. I was a fan, yeah. But I didn't think it would get that good. So, yeah. I'm definitely... Yeah, maybe it's just my emotions talking, because it emotionally just broke me. But it's great. I love it. So I guess that's it. Again, info, there's going to be a RWBY Reactors Roundtable probably on the... Wow. Which day does this go up? Yeah, today, technically, if you watch it the same day, on the 3rd of March. No, 3rd of March? 3rd of April. Wow, we have March. Time. 3rd of April, 6:30 p.m. CST. I don't know if I'll be there. I'm not going to stream, so you have to watch it at some of the other reactors, but maybe I'm gonna show up. But you know my thoughts already. But it's gonna be interesting to talk about stuff with others, so I guess that's it for RWBY Volume 8. Wow, that was a journey. And I can't wait for more. So, on this note, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.